Hi everyone, I'm Sam Turner, Key Account Manager for the Industrial Aftermarket in the UK. Today I will present our range of cylindrical roller bearings, those under the ULTAGE label. For this new range of bearings, I will show how it sets a new performance standard for the mechanical industry. First of all, let's start with explanations about NTN's ULTAGE label. ULTAGE is the combination of ultimate and stage. We could also say the ultimate stage of bearing technicality. It is the high performance label for NTN's new generation of bearings. It is NTN's commitment to propose the leading performance on the market. Proof of this commitment, many ranges of different bearing types are today proposed by NTN under the ULTAGE label, such as taper roller bearings, spherical roller bearings or ball bearings for high speed applications. For all these product families, the advantages of ULTAGE are: bearings are always defined according to the ultimate design rules to offer the highest level of performance possible. Bearings are made from high quality steel combined with optimal heat treatment for hardness, good wear resistance and lasting dimensional stability. To achieve and maintain this level of performance, the bearings are produced with the most modern and robust equipment. Applied to cylindrical roller bearings, the ULTAGE label defines a new market standard at the top level of performance to better support industrial markets and meet the challenges of their most demanding applications. What does ULTAGE bring to cylindrical roller bearings? NTN has optimised the internal specifications of the bearings using the most advanced roller crowning profile and adding an additional roller when appropriate. The result is a dynamic load capacity that has been increased by up to 20% compared to the previous generation, offering amongst the highest level of dynamic load capacities on the market. Due to the roller profile, the distribution of contact stresses on the raceways is optimal, providing an increased life and reducing the harmful effects observed at the edges of the raceways under heavy loads. These harmful effects are also observed when there is a misalignment between the two rings, resulting in a large shaft bending or a structural deformation. ULTAGE can withstand 4 times more misalignment than the previous generation. The benefits of ULTAGE: a service life up to 80% longer than previous NTN E-type bearings. This is a direct benefit of the new higher load capacities. ULTAGE design allows the bearings to withstand more difficult applications and their resulting degraded operating conditions. Another improvement from ULTAGE NTN-SNR increased rotational speed. By optimising the internal bearing parameters such as the surface finish and contact between roller faces and ribs, the rotating speed has been increased by up to 20% under oil lubrication compared to the NTN non-ULTAGE version. These improvements allow a better lubrication efficiency during operation and also allows the bearing to operate at a lower temperature. For the customers, the benefits are a higher permissible speed for a given temperature, more efficient lubrication due to the lower operating temperature at a given rotating speed, and thus a longer service life. For its range of cylindrical roller bearings, NTN uses a more efficient polyamide than conventional polyamide PA6.6. This choice of material makes the NTN cage designated T2X, a unique solution for a range of catalogue bearings. Compared to other polyamide cages on the market, our material offers increased mechanical resistance and also withstands a higher allowable temperature, 150 degrees, at the cage. PA 6.6 is limited to 120 degrees maximum. The cage will therefore withstand more severe environments, such as high rotational speeds, and will maintain its mechanical performance at higher temperatures. In the end, our polyamide offers more reliability to the cage and the bearing. The T2X cage is lighter and offers a better elasticity than a steel cage. The polyamide cage absorbs shocks and is more resistant to alternating loads. The T2X cage has excellent self-lubricating properties compared to a steel cage. It generates less wear than metal cages and avoids contamination of the lubricant with metal particles. The result is a better reliability of the lubricant and thus a longer bearing service life. In the case of lubrication failure, it could be too high a temperature or a lack of lubricant. The bearing seizure is greatly reduced and delayed. In this case, the cage is less likely to seize than a steel cage. T2X cage offers more operating safety. Thanks to a lower coefficient of friction, T2X generates less heat for better efficiency, especially at high rotational speeds. And finally, the T2X cage has a homogeneous design across all bearing sizes and is roller guided, making it suitable with most of the industrial applications. The customer benefits from using ULTAGE cylindrical roller bearings: extended service life and increased reliability, offering improved productivity thanks to high load ratings and an efficient cage. Lower operating temperatures and higher rotational speeds. Higher power density, allowing the use of smaller and therefore less costly bearings. ULTAGE offers bearings with a longer service life, resulting in reduced maintenance. It contributes to providing sustainable machines. And finally, the T2X cage provides an extended field of applications by covering more needs. The most common applications for cylindrical roller bearings: high-powered electric motors, where they support the loads and provide the necessary non-locating bearing function required in an electric motor. Geared motors also use CRB in load-bearing positions. All types of pumps for fluid transportation. CRB are widely used in transmissions, hydraulic pumps and motors of hydrostatic transmission for construction machinery. Mechanical transmissions in small gearboxes of motorbikes or in larger transmissions for agricultural applications. CRBs are found inside the vibrating systems of drum soil compactors. ULTAGE is a real advantage for these applications under high loads and often under significant misalignment. And more generally, CRBs can be found in all industrial equipment that will require high load capacity and the ability to withstand high rotational speeds. ULTAGE will gradually replace the previous E suffix generation, and in order to easily identify ULTAGE, the bearing designation is slightly modified with a new suffix EA. The name ULTAGE appears after the brand NTN on the outer ring. The ULTAGE range is available on the four main types of bearings: NU, NJ, NUP and N, and available for 4 dimension series: 2, 22, 3 and 2-3. After the full deployment of this new range, ULTAGE range will be as follows. For the Dimension Series 2, all the bearings up to bore code 22 will be under the label ULTAGE. Bore code 20 and 22 use the G1 massive brass cage, the standard cage for all larger bearings in this range. For the Dimension Series 22, Ultage will cover the range up to bore code 18. And for dimension series 3 and 23 up to bore code 15. Okay, this brings us to the end of our CRB Masterclass, and once again thank you for your attention. And please, I hope you can join us again soon when I will be presenting the webinar masterclass for machine tool high precision solutions.